Hello and welcome everyone to this first session of GRE High Frequency Words. So today we would first go through the words from 1 to 100, and these are the words between the word abdicate and the word apothecary. So the word number 1 is abdicate, which is a verb. It means to renounce or to give up. So, fearing a rebellion, the weakened emperor was forced to abdicate the throne, relinquishing all claims to the power. So, the emperor renounced the throne due to a rebellion or fearing the rebellion, right? So, that is an example of this word being used in a sentence. Next, we have abet, which is a verb again, which means to assist in something that is wrong or illegal. For example, the research assistant was accused of abetting the professor's plagiarism by providing paraphrased sources without proper attribution to the work. So that's like abetting a crime, right? So okay, so the third word is abeyance, which is a noun form. It means a suspended action. For example, the legal case regarding the inheritance was placed in abeyance until a suitable heir could be identified. Right? So the case was delayed. Yeah. Then the fourth word is abject, which is an adjective, which means wretched or lacking pride. This is used in a sentence. For example, the deposed dictator's abject surrender was a stark contrast to his previous bluster. Like uh, current surrender uh, of the dictator was different from what he used to be before. Right? Word number five is abjure, which is a verb which means to renounce upon oath. So, faced with overwhelming evidence against his theory, the scientist was forced to abjure his previously held beliefs. So, renounce upon oaths. So, overwhelming evidence forced the scientist to, go against his previously held belief. Word number six is abnegation. It is a noun. It also means renunciation or self sacrifice in this case. So, the professor's research focused on ethical implications on abnegation in medical decision making, particularly when it came to prioritizing patient needs over personal ambition. That is abnegation or renunciation. Then we have abominate, which is a verb once again. It means to loathe or to hate. So the researcher's meticulous methodology aimed to deconstruct the very foundations of a theory she utterly abominated or loathed. Okay, so the researcher did his or her experiment so well and in a systematic manner that that the researcher was able to deconstruct a certain theory uh, that she or he uh, hated, right? Abrogate means abolish. This is also a verb. So the court's decision effectively abrogated the previous case law on campaign finance reforms. So means abolishing something. Abscission, cutting off or separation. This is a noun. So separation as a noun and not as a verb, right? So during leaf senescence, a specialized layer of cells facilitates abscission, the programmed detachment of the leaf from the stem. So the cutting off of the leaf from the stem is in this case based on this particular process called as senescence, and it facilitates abscission. So the next word is absolve, which is a verb. This is to pardon an offense. So the research misconduct committee could not absolve the scientists of all the blame due to their failure to disclose the conflicting financial ties. Abstemious, an adjective which means a sparing in in eating, drinking, and temperament. So the professor's abstemious lifestyle with a focus on whole foods and minimal alcohol contributed to her exceptional focus during her demanding research project. So sparingly drinking, eating, or sparing a kind of a temperament, which is very minimalistic. So that is called abstemious. Abstruse, that's an adjective. So obscure, profound, or difficult to understand. So delving into the abstruse intricacies of string theory in physics, which I don't know, of course, requires a firm grasp of various advanced mathematical topics. So string theory is something which I don't understand. So yeah, I think this is a good sentence in this context. Abut, which is a verb, so border upon or adjoin. The professor's office abutted the lecture hall, allowing for easy access between the teaching area and the research area. Okay, so it was adjoining. Abysmal is an adjective which means bottomless. So the data collection methods employed in the study resulted in an abysmally small sample size, which rendered the entire analysis statistically insignificant. So it means that the data collection method resulted in a very small sample size. You have very few records to analyze, and whatever analysis you perform on those records may not represent the whole sample set, so it's not statistically significant. So it's bottomlessly small sample size. That is abysmally small sample size. Okay, so coming to word number 15, word number 15 is similar to the previous word. The word is abyss, which is a noun, which means enormous chasm or vast bottomless pit. So, this I think you would understand. Gazing into the abyssal depths of the Marina Trench, the researchers contemplated the unimaginable pressures that define this oceanic abyss. Next word, which is a verb, is accede, which means to agree. The weary negotiator finally acceded to the other side's terms, hoping to avoid a protracted conflict. This is simple. This one is also simple. This means this is acclaim, a verb, which means to applaud or announce with great approval. So the groundbreaking research, despite its complexity, garnered international acclaim for its potential to revolutionize the field. Okay, so okay, so now we have word number 18, which is acclimate, which is a verb which means to adjust to climate or environment or to adapt. So the new researchers will need time to acclimate to the rigors of independent research after primarily working in collaborative undergraduate labs. I can quote one more example here. Acclimate or acclimatize to a surrounding or a new place. Suppose you're traveling to some place, it is snowing, so you are acclimatizing to that particular place. So that is also one way to understand this verb. Then we have the word called as acclivity, which is a noun, which is sharp upslope of a hill. So, to assess the feasibility of the new hiking trail, the engineers meticulously measured the acclivity of the terrain, which is the inclinedness of the terrain, that ensures a safe and enjoyable experience for the trekkers. So, the hiking trail, when it was being developed, so the engineers measured the slope of the terrain so that the terrain would be safe for the bikers or the trekkers. The next word is accost, which is a verb again, which means to approach and to speak to a person. For example, frustrated by the constant interruptions, the professor firmly requested that students not accost him with questions after class, but wait for after office hours or office hours, whatever suits. So, not accost means not approach during the after the class in this case. Okay, so he might be a busy person.